7:30 in the morning, and this is day 1 of 3 on Mix It Proper. And this is the room that we're going to be in today. It's basically just a classroom here on campus, and we're going to be setting up a green screen and using it as kind of like a makeshift studio so we can shoot our cheesy old school music video that's going to open the film. So the green screen is going to go right in front of this console.
Right. Music.
All right, background.
We're gonna rule the world with big power, you and me together. Nothing's gonna stop us. Take you a place in the court of big power today.
All right, cut. I think we got it.
Is it up?
So we just finished shooting our morning scene, scene 1A, and now we're wrapping out and getting ready to do a company move to our second location where we're going to be at for the rest of the weekend. I was a little bit nervous coming into this scene because I hadn't planned it out too thoroughly, and we had a lot of bumps in the road trying to get this set up, but ultimately it turned out pretty well.
So what about the 650?
What about the 650? What are we doing with the 650?
It's like in the back. I mean,
Back
the problem with 650 is that we will kind of see this area that there is a light there.
So it's the end of day 1, and things went pretty smoothly despite the fact that our first AD was sick, and so our producer had to take over that job for the day. And despite the fact that we had a company move before lunch, everything went pretty well. We got pretty much everything that we wanted to get, and I'm not going to say too much more because my eyes are burning, and I need to drive my ass home and go to bed and get ready for day 2. So it turns out that we actually did use that Astro light. Because yesterday when they were setting it up, I was like, oh, they're using that light to fake this light that we're going to use today. It's a different light. But we just ended up using that one. Yeah, we're about halfway through day 2 here at Reamp Studios. I'm outside right now because it's nice and cool outside, and it's kind of hot in the studio with all of our lights. Day 1 went pretty well, smoothly. Yes. We good? Cool.
Where's the first one?
2 of my babies being set decoration today. I'm back home. We've just wrapped day 2 on Mix It Proper, and it was, as I assumed it would be, kind of a crazy day. It was our first day on set with our minor playing Janelle and her mom and a studio teacher, and they were all really cool, and she was really great. And we had a lot of shots to do. We got most of them done. There were a few that we had to pick up from yesterday, and I'm really glad we did because the performance was actually way better this morning than it was last night. I think because we actually had all the actors available, as opposed to just sort of like trying to have Crystal do it by herself. We did run a little bit behind. There are a few shots that we didn't get done today that we had wanted to get done, but then there's also a couple of shots that we were going to do tomorrow that we also got done today. So on balance, I think we're actually kind of, okay, like we're on time. Tomorrow's going to be a bit of a short day because we have to hard wrap out of the location by 10 p.m. And it always takes like a couple hours to wrap everything up. And get all the gear back on the truck and make sure everything is cleaned up and put back in its proper place. And we have our biggest scene tomorrow with all of our characters in it. It's the climax of the film and the real turning point of Crystal's story.
I figure Pfizer is fine.
Let's get a little look at our setup for scene 12 here. All right, so I'm once again outside as the crew is getting lighting set up for our next setup. We are flipping the world, as our first AD likes to say. where we're basically turning around and shooting in a new direction. Requires a lot of moving around of lights, and I guess a director on set is not really necessary for that. So here I am chilling out in the breeze. I'm pretty happy with everything that we're getting so far. We're like an hour, 2 hours away from lunch, so not quite halfway through our final day, and footage is looking good. Unfortunately, that's the end of the video that I was able to record during the shoot. It turns out that it's pretty difficult to record your own BTS on the film that you're actually directing. The afternoon was pretty busy as we scrambled to get first everything that we needed with Janelle before we let her go, and then everything else that we needed to make the movie. And I was a little nervous because by this point we're actually starting to seem like we were ahead of the game. And ultimately we wrapped 2 hours early, which was pretty amazing. And we got everything that we needed. I've been looking at the footage over the last few days, and we have not only everything that we set out to get, but also a few extra things as well. Now it's in the hands of the editor. He's working on the first assembly, and I can't wait to see how it all really starts to come together.